Okay, you're really going to like this next step. It's really this simple. We can bring in products from Amazon, Walmart, YouTube videos. I'll explain that in a second. Simply by entering keywords into our backend admin. So let me share with you how simple this is to do. So in the back end, we're going to go to something called WP Automatic and go to campaigns. Now you'll notice that there's already 2 starter campaigns. Now, very important step. Do not create new campaigns from scratch, because otherwise there's a lot of hoop jumps there. Duplicate an existing campaign and then change the properties. That's working smart. I don't want you to reinvent the wheel. I want to share with you the exact same techniques I use to do this. So if you follow my directions, you'll work smart every time. So I'm going to click under Edit Coffee Recipes. Now, you might be asking yourself, wait a second, Robert, what the heck does coffee recipes have to do with me making money and selling coffee? Well, here's what you're not thinking about. Let me share with you an example. 4 summers ago, I gave a marketing lecture in Phuket, Thailand, in front of about 2,800 international marketers. The first thing I did when I took the stage was tell them to stop selling. Yes, you don't earn online by selling. You earn online by offering value. So I'm going to share with you in subsequent videos how to work smart and do this. You're going to market videos from YouTube on your social media. That's going to draw off traffic to your website. Once you're on your website, sell them anything you want, but don't sell anything in your social media. That's a recipe for disaster. I assure you it's not going to work. In fact, you could potentially get banned from putting affiliate stuff on your social media because that's prohibited on most social media accounts. You have to drive traffic to your website, and once you have them on your website, you can sell them anything you want. So let me share with you step by step how simple this is to do. So the first thing you'll notice that the frequency for importing new videos is every 365 days. Well, that's set up by default. We're going to change that to every 4 hours and update that. Now, what does that mean? That means that once you have this set up, my backend system will curate new content, whether it's Amazon store content, Walmart, Best Buy. It will curate this every 4 hours. Now, there's no need to bring in products quicker than every 4 hours. Every 4 hours is 3 new products a day or 3 new videos a day. Don't tie up your server with bringing in stuff every couple minutes. Absolutely 100% not necessary. And you're going to clutter up your store with a lot of garbage. So take my advice on this. Don't bring in any product or video any sooner than every 4 hours. In fact, 6 to 8 hours works just as well. Now, whatever keyword in here you put, you want to separate it with a comma. Now, if you come over here and start typing things like coffee, now this is probably not pertinent to what you're doing. You can use this if you want, but coffee cake recipe, that might be something, but I would probably put that in my desserts. So what I'm going to change this to is summer coffee recipes. Now, since I don't want to have you watch me type, I'm going to put in a series of keywords and I'm going to come right back. Now again, all these other properties are set up for you. A couple of things you may want to do. This is saying don't bring in anything older than 2017. If you want to change that, let's actually change that to 2019. This way you'll get current recipes. Now, this is already set up for you, but when you duplicate a when you duplicate a campaign, make sure that it's going to the correct category. So I'm going to scroll down here and make sure this is going to my coffee recipe category, which it is. Now these are all the recipe categories and store recipes that we set up in the previous video. Now, if you make changes to your properties, you do have to come over here and update those changes. Now, this next step is very simple. Now, to start out, I would probably do this about 5 or 6 times to get content into my web store. So I'm going to come over here and click this a couple of times. And every time I click this, it's going to bring in a new coffee recipe based on those keywords into my website. Now again, the reason I'm doing this is how you're going to drive traffic to your website and work smart on social media. So again, I'm going to click this 5 or 6 different times. Now from this point on, it's not necessary to do this because according to these properties, I'll get new coffee recipes coming into my website every 4 hours. Now, here's the next step. I'm going to click right here. I'm going to click either right click or control click to open up a new window. I'm going to control click Macintosh or right click Windows and open up a new window. So if I right click or control click Macintosh, I'm going to open this up in a new window. And just like that, I have my coffee recipes in here. Now, it's also Smart Tag, and this is good for SEO. I'm going to pull out all the stops. I'm going to share with you how to make a lot of money online and how to do this the right way. Now, in our next video, I will share with you how to bring in products from Amazon. So stay tuned.